Hello and welcome, Virgo, to your July messages. So keep in mind, these are collective and general, so receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. Remember, you're a conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. So there will be an extended that will be linked in my extended videos only Patreon membership. That is in the description box below. So let's dive into this, Virgo. So we start with the same message that Aries had. So perhaps watch the Aries reading if you feel called to, but we have released the desire to control, because that comes from a place of fear. That does not come from a place of love. Now, this is the Fated Pocket Love Oracle. So some of you could be in a connection where you feel like you're trying to control everything and it's ultimately hurting the connection. Or this could be vice versa. Somebody that you are connected with is trying to control too much, and you're both kind of mirroring that energy back and forth to each other. Okay. So there's a lot of fear rather than a lot of trust. We also have the energy of walking away. You leave too quickly when things get challenging. Stay and try to work it out. Okay. So that could be within, for those of you that you're in a healthy connection, but you are moving through some challenges. But the other message that I got, and this is what I feel you're healing in July, is instead of walking away from like conflict or confrontation, you're actually learning how to kind of ground in and kind of hold the space for it rather than being triggered. Sometimes, especially for those who have trauma or dealt with that, your nervous system, your adrenaline gets triggered, and that desire to run away happens. Now, sometimes that's a little different from our intuition. So maybe you're trying to figure out which that is, if that is a trauma response or if that is like your intuition telling you to leave a situation. So that will be up to you here, Virgo. We also have the Six of Swords and the Page of Swords energy. So the Six of Swords is about moving forward, kind of out of a challenge into a place of peaceful wisdom. Okay. And with that Page of Swords energy, it's new information. It's somebody who could be watching here. It's page energy, so it's learning. So you could be learning new skills when it comes to communication or when it comes to just the way in which you operate in your experience. Because with release the desire to control, we have you are right. So that could have to do with some of you recognizing that other people can be right in situations if you feel like you always have to be right, because that's a form of control as well, right? Or it could also be that, there's something that you're speaking about that your person here or someone connecting to you is saying you are right. But either way, it feels like communication. There are new skill sets coming in for communication that help for more of a smoother relationship or smoother relationships in your experience. Now, we also have the Ten of Swords and the Page of Wands, which is interesting because the Ten of Swords is typically about energy leaks. It can be representing betrayal. It can represent being exhausted, overworked. But the Page of Wands is exciting new beginning. It's a new adventure. It's exciting news. So some of you here, it might be that if you have children, like your children are like the opposite energy of what you are, and you need to take, time to rest and recharge, or maybe, have somebody, maybe like a family member, a grandparent, take the kids for like an afternoon or something so you can rest and recharge with that Ten of Swords. But we also have the Page of Cups energy and the Five of Wands. So there does seem to be quite a bit of conflict here around you, Virgo. You might feel like you're in a place that no matter what you do, like you can't keep everyone happy, which you can't, right? That's just a fact. And also that there's no winning here right now is what it feels like for you in July. So you could be dealing with a lot of different energies with the Five of Wands, with a lot of different motives and egos, okay? That could be at work, that could be with family, that could be with friends or in social groups. But the outcome energy we have is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. It's being inspired. It might be that some of these challenges and obstacles you're moving through are actually starting to inspire you and giving you new ways to operate, new ways to communicate, new ways to navigate basically your experiences or your challenges. Okay. Again, like if you have children, it could be that, your children are kind of at odds. There's a bit of chaos. Like you might need to take some space from that. Okay. But I also see with this Ace of Wands energy, you choosing to kind of ground in and you choosing to set the energy or set the tone. in the space with that Ace of Wands. Whereas before you might have run or avoided conflict resolution. I feel like now you're embracing conflict resolution. Okay. There's also kind of a release of some defensiveness as well coming through. For your soul coaching oracle card, we have faith. Okay. So you are moving out of a place of fear and control into a place of kind of surrender and having faith. And we also have with your career and business, Juno, commitment. So you are being really honored in your space of business or career for your skills, your talents, your commitment, your leadership. There might be some award that comes forward, but you're like, you see the peacock in the background, you're kind of peacocking a little bit where you're, shining in your skills and your talents, and others are really seeing that. And that's really where you're thriving, it feels like, in July. So very interesting energy. Let's see if there's anything else that kind of wants to come through here. But first, I'm going to read the faith message for you. We have trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Have faith in yourself and know that you're divinely guided. Even when you have doubts, believe. You've planted your seeds, now allow the Creator to do the rest. Your soul wants you to know that faith is the foundation of the ability to manifest. Everything was created because someone believed that it was possible, and patience is absolutely crucial in the application of this principle. Change can happen in a heartbeat, but some things require time. You planted the seeds, now give them time to grow. Please be patient and know that it will happen. Whatever receives your care and attention will flourish. If you just planted some seeds in your garden today, you wouldn't go out tomorrow and yell at them because there wasn't any fruit yet. So don't dig up your seeds of faith. All is going according to divine planning. Remember this mantra, it's happening. Affirmation, my life is divinely guided. Okay, so yeah. I kind of get this sense of you, and you can hear my voice, like I'm losing my voice here. Hopefully I don't for the extended. And I have been channeling videos kind of all day, but it might be that you've, again, been trying to control a lot of chaos. Maybe you've been yelling. Maybe you've been frustrated. But you're guided to have a bit more faith and surrender and trust in the universe more. Trust in the seeds that you've planted, whether that's in people, whether that's in, raising your children, and working on certain things within your parenting, whatever that is here, your career, because it looks like career and business is going really well for you in July. And even with like that Ace of Wands, you have almost like that Phoenix energy, that passion, that taking initiative, taking action, but taking aligned action from a place of wisdom, right? Not just kind of yelling into the void or, creating more of the noise in some of the situations that you've been in. I feel like you're taking a place of leadership, but not coming from a place of control, but coming from a place of faith. That's what's coming through here. Many of you are mothers or fathers, okay? And a lot of this chaos is kind of like you might have younger kids, and they might not be getting along at this time. So you're trying to work on conflict resolution, and actually they're mirroring certain things to you that you have to heal within yourself or for like your own inner child. So that's really interesting that your children are a mirror to you for what you have to heal or strengthen within yourself and with your own experience. But it's not, it's been challenging, right? For sure. But you're finding, new skills for that conflict resolution. You're learning to have faith and trust a little bit more. How to relax and how to surrender. And when to take aligned action here, like with this Ace of Wands energy. So let's go ahead, clarify this Page of Wands energy before we go into the extended for you, Virgo. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, so there might be some sort of adventure that comes in here, something that's really exciting, some sort of invitation where it's like, yes, this is what I needed, right? And so you're jumping on that with the Knight of Wands. That's something that you're definitely going for here, to take a break maybe from some of the challenges or obstacles, or something that helps you. We have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, something that helps you rejuvenate, refresh, recharge. That's something that's coming through here. Maybe it's like a spa trip, or, you know, some sort of day trip, some sort of short, because with the Knight of Wands, it's not, you know, a long distance. Could be going out with friends, you know, something like that, that just helps you to rejuvenate, refill your cup with some joy and some fun and some healing energy, right? Okay, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Now we're going to go into the extended that is linked below. Thank you so much for joining me. Take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.